Good morning everybody and welcome to this stunning autumn November morning, and I am so pleased that it's not chucking it down with rain yet. I'm hoping it might not. No clouds to be seen. Nice bit of a sunrise there. We've got something really exciting happening today, so let's get into it and then I'll tell you more later. So as you guys are aware, I gained a extra four-legged friend this summer for the costly price of £1. And I didn't know if he was going to stay or not, and I was pretty convinced he wasn't going to stay because we already have 3 horses and we only have 3 stables, so I was like, he's not going to have a house to live in. But we then discovered, 1, how much we loved him, 2, what a little legend he is, and decided that we couldn't possibly let him go right now. So Mum and I have been putting our thinking caps on, trying to figure out what we're going to do in order to be able to keep him, and we finally have come to a conclusion. So these fields that I'm stood in are pretty good on the dryness front, which if you're in the UK you know how much rain we've had lately, but these seem to drain really well. We are going to put a double field shelter in, and Donut and Flint are going to have that as their house. So with that in mind, we've got a lot of preparation to do. So first things first, this is the middle fence of the paddocks. There's 4 little paddocks here. They're quite small, you can see where it goes from each fence. I'm taking this down. As you can see, it's gone a bit floppy. And then I think I need to take this post out to get the shelter fitted in. And then we'll have this dividing rail in between them so that they're separated. You can see them over there. That's Donut. There's Flint. So we're going to put a water trough in between them at the front, and then water buckets in the shelter as well. So I'm just coming down to give Mum a lift with the trough, and we'll get it situated.
I know it's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.
So that's their shared trough in situ. We were just discussing we didn't want the electric touching it, or that would be a very, very painful drink for them. Right, I'm following my mother back up here. I don't really know what we're doing. A little bit out of it, guys. It's Saturday today. I've been poorly all week with really bad toothache. I've been back to the dentist and they reckon I need a root canal, so they've done a temporary fix. I just feel a bit away with the fairies. I think it's all the painkillers. So sorry if I start talking randomly, but then again you're probably used to that with me by now. Next task. Ah, easy peasy.
Let's be more than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay.
So I am taking enough of the dividing rail down that we're going to be able to fit the shelter in, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the other 2 dividing rails down at each side, so like the one over there and the one there, to make these 2 big square paddocks in order to give them a bit more space. And then yeah, there's a few preppy bits to do, and then hopefully the guys will turn up with the shelter and hey presto, the donut shack will come to life. I have been selling everything that has not been strapped down for this, and thankfully my auntie has stepped in and helped out, so I owe her a little bit of money after this as well. But you know, time was of the essence with all of this rain coming in, and bless her, I've had a couple of people offer to help help us out, which is incredible. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Huh? What is it? Guttering?
Ground anchors.
Ground anchors. These look swanky.
They're the cupboards. They're the ground anchors.
Okay. Look at these bad boys. Wowzers.
I need a hammer.
So basically, a lot of field shelters these days are built on skids, aren't they, Mum?
Yep.
And that is so that she gets so upset when I put her on the video, and yet you all love her. So that is in order to comply with planning regulations. So we're not doing any grounds work today. As you can see, it's going to be going straight onto the grass, and the skids then mean that the shelters are movable as such, and you could drag them along. But that also means that there's nothing holding them to the ground. So we want to comply, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Comply with planning, and we've got them on the skids. But as they will be staying put for this winter unless the planning guys ask us to come and move them, we want to fix them down to the ground in order to remove the risk of
Them blowing away.
them blowing away. So yeah, because my best friend Amber, bless her, she had 2 shelters blow away, 3 shelters blow away in storm Doris. Oh, Doris. So we don't want that to happen. We've got the back of the shelter to the big old field, so the wind really blows across there. The front is open towards, what am I even looking at? I don't think I'm looking the right way. This way, which we have a hedge on the other side, so hopefully the wind shouldn't come and suck them up. And then I'd say, having paid attention to the wind, it gusts this way as well. So we're really hoping that in theory they should have been okay anyway. But I'm not being funny. The amount that a field shelter costs, and also the trauma of your field shelter blowing away with your horses in the field, we do not want to risk that. Yeah, when you need it as well. It's not like it's going to blow away on a nice sunny day. We don't want to risk that happening. So we're going to anchor them down, which is perfectly allowable, because all you have to do, how do you do it? You take the thingies off.
You take the
Right.
lock off
Yeah, well, you take
those 2
your
bits off
stupid horse's plastic cover off,
and unscrew them.
and then you take this off, which you unscrew from the shelter, and we need to go get some bolts for it, because despite costing about 200 quid, they didn't come with bolts. And then you unscrew these. What would you attach to it to unscrew it?
They say there is a special thing to do it. They say it's not necessary. Looking at it, I think it is. I'll be ordering one.
There we go then. And then we'll be
I
able
think
to...
it's only 10 quid for the...
10 squidoodles.
Yeah,
That's
I just
all.
didn't want to spend 10 squidoodles anymore.
No. Okay. So that is how we would move it if necessary. And then obviously you'll see they come pretty much flat packed, which is quite clever as well. So you can unscrew the shelters and shift them about anyway. I don't really want to have to move it, but if we need to move it, it is capable, which means that our lovely planning friends at the council will be happy with us, won't they, Mum?
They will.
Good morning, munchkins. Okay. How are you? I think you need your jacket off. Uh-oh. You made mud. You'd get in trouble. You're also wearing a lot of mud. Look at you, you're a feral beast. Only being ridden once a week. I don't think we've ever had mud here, which tells you what the weather's been like. Goodness me. Hi, kids. I bet you're a bit warm. Look at you, you're like 2 little twins. Oh, good morning. Yeah, let's take your necks off. It'll be a bit warm. It was horrible last night, wasn't it? But beautiful today. Good eggs. Oh, what's she got for you? Yum yums. Tony, look at the mud you've created. You best not do this in your new field shelter field. Look at the shiny boy. Good lad. But if you create this mud again, you might go up for sale. Yeah? We don't have ponies that create mud. Good boy. So Donut is having his mini break at the minute. He is grubby and a bit feral, but I think he's looking really well, aren't you? And doing well for a mini holiday. He's just getting hacked once or twice at the weekend because I do want to keep up this lovely muscle that we've built up on him. And then once I've got Maggie and Titan a bit fitter, you're going to come back in and start training again, aren't you? He's not having a proper holiday because I don't think he's ever been proper fit in his life, to be fair. So we're building up his muscle. I don't want to lose what I've built up this summer. And I think he'll get bored as well, to be fair. I don't think you're ready for a holiday, are you, buddy? Not a real one. Okay, so I need to take some isolators out of the... Ooh, I feel like I just got mud on my face. I haven't. I need to take some isolators out of the post that is going to sit behind the field shelter. So if you are ever fencing and you're using round plastic isolators, like here's one I made earlier, like these, this is the most fantastic tool for it because you stick it on, pop it on your drill, really quick, doesn't hurt your hands trying to screw them in by hand, and must save you, God, I don't know how much time it saves you, but they are the most amazing tool. So we're going to whip those out quickly. Mom's just walked up to the yard because we saw a little 3.5 ton van go past, which I'm pretty sure had the flat pack stables on the back, but we'll see. Maybe I'm trying to nab somebody else's, I don't know, log cabin or whatever. So she's going to see about them, and we are going to go and take some isolators off posts.
So hold me tight.
Okay, they're still not here yet, so we are now taking this line down, and this is going to make a big field for Donutty, and then we'll go and do flints in a second, which is over there. One down, a whole 2 other lines of them to go, but we will... So if we're better to play, we will save these and we'll save the posts that are coming down with the lines, because you can never have too many pieces of fencing equipment.
More than friends, yeah. You know I'm here to stay every single day, yeah. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, 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 I can't believe you love me. Oh, 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 I just feel so lucky.
Okay guys, that was quick, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't as quick as you've just watched with the time lapse, but my god, 2 hours and they've got it up, and wowzers! I will give you a full tour of the shelter shortly, but the work isn't over yet. Look, a little roof over my pony's head. I have still got a line of fencing to take down. We still need to finish off the gap between the shelters. I've just sorted that side. Donny's field is full size now, so we now need to do Flinty's side. Goodness me, I need words in a day. I feel like it's one of those things where you run out of them. I ran out of them about 3 years ago. Right then, that's a water trough full of clean, fresh water throughout the front of the field. I can put the hose pipe away. This is one fence line sorted, so because the fence linked into this front bit, I've had to sort of do a bit of work while that time lapse was going on to replace it. And there's all the spare wires, and I need to go collect up all the posts on the floor. So there's 2 gateways, which I think will be quite handy actually for winter, because one gets muddy, we'll start using the other. And look at that! How smart does that look? I'm so pleased. Okay, and it's Mum's bike earlier as well. Hose pipe away, next fence line down, I think. What a beautiful day. Hi, Donut. Okay guys, it's the last one and it's being a stubborn one, but I thought I'd show you the tip. So, in theory, if it does it again, it's going to go and not move when I go to press it. So I will show you what I do when that's the case. So, see how that's not going at all? Okay, it's because it's in tighter than the strength of my drill can deal with when it's just working by itself. Although, if I popped it on setting number 2, it might work. But just to show you the tip, because sometimes they won't tighten up as well. That can be a bit of an issue. Use your drill as a lever and turn it by hand, and then it works. Okay, simple as that. Handy drill, little attachment, doesn't even matter if they're too tight in. That's the last one done. Look at all those isolators. There we go then, that's that line down. So isolators there, I've got piles of fence posts there, so I need to collect those in. Next chore is to sort out this fencing. So what we need is a nice line across here, and this line that I've taken down, the wire is perishing a bit now, so well, you can see here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the, oh, where is it? I don't know if you can even see it. It's behind those black buckets. I'm going to use some of the green wire that I took down from the other fence line, because we've got loads spare now, so I'll just redo this gate and this line across the front here, because there's no point putting back in wire that's perishing, because obviously it's going to get more weathered as it's up, and then I'll just have to redo it again at an earlier stage then if I've done it with newer wire. So I'll just go fetch some of that, and then we'll re-fence that little bit, and then I need to collect up my posts. Who's just had a roll? Look at this day to you! Goodness me.
full stop. Can't believe I live in your thoughts. I think about you all the time, morning, evening, and midnight. Such a wonderful delight.
Right then, the rain didn't hold off for the whole time, unfortunately. Look at my little red nose. Yeah.
It's dry around here.
Oh, it's dry! Even though it's raining. Shelter. You don't have to have a roof over your head to have shelter, do you?
Flinty, you've got shelter.
Look at you in your Equidry. With your hood up.
Look like a gnome.
My little gnome. Right, yeah, so the rain didn't hold off. We've managed to get the front fence. You came and helped me for that, didn't you, Mum? Yeah. And then we're now on to securing this bad boy down. So here are our skids that make it movable. But what we're going to do is, remember those anchors we spoke about at the start? We're going to stick those in, which are then removable so that we can move it. And then we're also going to attempt, on advice from the guys that built this, to knock some wooden posts in as close as possible and then screw them in where there's structural struts or whatever it's called. Just here, see where the nails are? That means that there's a structural bit. It's an interesting word, isn't it? And here, so we can knock those in, and again, it's something that we can detach if we need to move and pull them out. So we're strong, tough, independent women, aren't we, Mum?
What are we going to do for
I don't know what we want to do. Oh, open the gates. Open the gates. Release the beast. Right, let's give this a whirl. Not so nice now, it's raining.
Yeah, I'd give it all up now just to be with you somehow. Unexpected love was found.
Right, I've managed to get it in so far, but then it sort of stopped moving at that height, and that's not going to do much good. So, I mean, it's fairly sturdy already, but we've called John in to see if he can find us a bigger hammer. I need a big hammer, so we'll see if he can sort that out. In the meantime, we're going to sort out how we're going to fix these back so that they stay open.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh, ooh, you, ooh, ooh. So slow.
Beep. So we've put that post in. We've popped the isolators in. So the reason I've put extra isolators in here, I need to get some tools so that I can fix off this, is obviously this fence will be electrified, but then I want wire splitting the fence here. But while we've got metal gates fixed back, I don't want the metal gates electrified for either me to zap myself or the horses. So we are going to cut off the electrified fence here, and then this will just be wire that is a dummy wire.
That I love you. Ooh, ooh, you. Ooh, ooh. So slow. Hold you in my arms, won't let
Okay, so that's the
go.
ground anchors in. We've all had a chat and we can't figure out how this advice of putting the posts in work. Like, we're not going to be able to whack that post in as close to that without damaging it. And we've even asked John in case we were being slightly dim, but we weren't. So all the ground anchors are in, aren't they? Okay, so the next task is, these are our solar panels. Has that got plastic over it? I think it might have plastic over it. So I need to get the solar panels fixed up outside. This is south facing, this side is. So I'll probably put one super high up, as high as I can reach. And on this side, and then we've got to thread the lead that I've got hold of to the light and fix that inside. So that is the next task, I believe. I'm chilly. Okay, the end is nigh. We've been switched. The end is nigh. I've switched coats because I got cold. Fetch the doggies. Hi, Agapoggy. Goodbye. Hello, sweetheart. Good boy. Say hello to the vlog. Hello. You're a good boy. Mwah. I've also taken one for a COVID jab. Bammy's having a run around over there. Come here! Come here! Good boy! Hello! Gorgeous boys! Hi! So, I'll just show you where we're up to. There they are. So, in replacement of putting posts in, like advised, we're going to buy 4 more ground anchors and put them in. So they're in on all corners, like so. Ooh, it's a bit chilly. There we go. So that took some banging. They're all smart. So then we're going to put a ground anchor on the sides there and a couple more on the front because apparently they're the important bit. Scoot, scoot! Oh, Loki, is he picking on you? So we've sorted out the gate. We've put in these so we can pin them back. I'll show you those at the end. We've got these here. So this is where the electric's going to go to. And then our dummy fence that's not actually electrified is going to start at these and go all the way across here to these. So that's what we're on with. We've got all the lights up, these little solar lights, which will hopefully work in a bit. Quick sneak in, see that light in the corner. There's hay net rings and tie-up rings, and the bolts I think I showed you. So we're close, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, so close. Let's finish. Right then, we're losing the light quickly, but the fencing is in. We're just trying to gather stuff in, like these scissors, because we want to move the horses before it gets dark into our barrow. Let me show you it. So, proper electric, tied off. I will come down with some electrical tape at some point and just do that. And then dummy electric, which I can always connect up if needed be, because it is proper wire. All the way here. Round through there, and then the gates are pinned back so it's nice and solid, and the lights are on. How cute's that? Oh, a cup of tea, thank you. Right then, are we ready for them? You okay? Right, I think. Oh, the lights are on! The lights are on, guys! The lights are on! La 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 la.
There's more light in there.
It's pretty good.
Then you'd give. Oh.
They're sensors lights. They're on sensor. There we go. It's the donut shack. It's where the donut lives. It's gonna be his dog house. There we go. The light's back on. And he is gonna love it. Here is his dinner. Look at that. Mighty load of grass. Guys, you picked purple and we got purple. It doesn't happen to be filled with water yet. I will sort that.
Let me out.
Oh my God! Hello! Hello there! So, hay net ring. Don't know if you can see it. That's his salt lick ring. And then I'm baling twine onto there for tying him up. And then the gates are pinned back. I'm so chuffed with this. It looks really smart. Even though it's taken forever to do. I need to get the lights off of sensor mode because I think Donut might go in there and poo his pants if the light switches on as he walks in. At least he can go in and do his reading, I suppose. There we go, off it goes. It is Monday morning and I am just bringing this rug to a certain gorgeous pony as we're settling into our new routine. Oh, we missed a man. Right, let me just pop this on and I'll continue speaking to you. There we go, that is gorgeous Donutty rugged up. Hello, baby. Get off my zip. You're a monkey, aren't you? Yes. Right then, so we are all done. Donut's been in his shelter, he loves it. They like the fields, they've got hay net in the shelter. They've got loads of space. And he just seems so happy. There we go, off he pops. So I think this is a good time to sign off before I head to work. New routine now is that Maggie and Titan come in, so we have their stables to do in the morning. And then Donut and Flint are in this field with their shelter. And they could always go into other fields during the day if we want them to get more grass. So that's it. They're 2x2 now. Right, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, like and subscribe, and I will see you next week.